How should Phalaenopsis orchids be repotted after they finish blooming? This is a question that many viewers have recently sent to the Wonder Garden channel. Today I will guide you on how to repot a Phalaenopsis orchid after it has finished blooming, so that next year you can still have a pot of orchids blooming beautifully like this, without needing to buy a new one. Welcome to the Wonder Garden channel, a place that shares extremely effective and easy-to-apply organic orchid care tips at home. Let's get started to revive and care for your orchids so they bloom more beautifully each season. After the orchid has finished blooming, the first step you need to do is check the overall condition of the plant. As you can see, this orchid is still very healthy. New leaves have even started to appear, which shows that the plant is entering a recovery phase. Next, remove all the old moss from the base of the plant. This helps you clearly observe the root system inside, so you can determine which roots are still healthy and which ones are damaged and need to be cut off. After a period of transportation and care, moss tends to retain moisture for too long and can easily become contaminated with bacteria, causing orchid roots to suffocate and lack oxygen. If not treated, this is the main cause of plant weakness and root rot. Therefore, we need to completely remove the old moss and replace it with a new, clean, and more breathable growing medium. Only when the root system is clean and well ventilated can the orchid begin to recover, regenerate new roots, and absorb nutrients effectively. Next, use specialized scissors that are clean and sharp to neatly trim the entire root system. Do not hesitate to cut roots that are still green but already old, less active, or no longer effective in growth. When we prune firmly and decisively, the plant receives a damage signal and stimulates the formation of stronger new roots. This helps the plant focus nutrients on developing new roots instead of maintaining old, inefficient ones. As a result, the root system is rejuvenated, grows more vigorously, and absorbs nutrients better. To ensure absolute safety for the plant, after cutting off all damaged roots, I will rinse the entire plant with clean water. This washing helps completely remove dirt and remaining bacteria on the roots and base, while also allowing us to clearly observe the root condition after pruning. When the plant is cleaned like this, the recovery process will be faster and the risk of infection after repotting is minimized. In addition to the English voice, we have now created dubbed voices in French, German, Italian, Spanish, Portuguese, Japanese, Hindi, and Indonesian to help you understand the content more easily. Listen in your preferred language by opening the video and clicking on Settings, the gear icon, to select the appropriate audio language. After washing, observe the entire root system again. If you still find any rotten, soft, or damaged roots, use clean and sharp scissors to remove them completely before repotting. This final check ensures that all sources of disease are thoroughly eliminated, creating the best conditions for recovery and growth. Finally, place the plant in a dry, well-ventilated area for about 1 day so the cut surfaces can dry naturally, reducing the risk of infection or rot spreading after planting. Next, I will use shallots to make a disinfecting solution for the orchid. Shallots contain natural antibacterial and antifungal compounds that help eliminate harmful bacteria and clean the environment around the roots. In addition, shallots contain enzymes and micronutrients that help increase resistance, stimulate growth, and support faster recovery after damage. When used properly, the shallot solution helps keep the orchid safe, disease-free, and ready to grow healthily again. After chopping, I place all the shallots into a clean glass cup. Then add about 500 milliliters of boiling water. Boiling water helps quickly extract antibacterial, antifungal compounds and nutrients from the shallots, while also sterilizing the solution to ensure safety when used for orchids. Then, I cover it and let it steep for about 1 day so the nutrients fully dissolve into the water. After 1 day, I filter out the liquid and remove all the shallot residue. Which country are you watching this video from? It's wonderful that we can connect with each other from all over the world. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please hit the subscribe button to support me and not miss any orchid care tips. Next, I dilute the solution with about 1 liter of clean water to ensure a safe concentration for the orchid. Now, I will soak the entire root and base of the orchid in the shallot solution for about 15 minutes. During soaking, the solution penetrates the roots, helping disinfect, eliminate fungi, clean the root environment, and support faster recovery after treatment. During this time, I will also use a soft cotton pad dipped in the solution to gently wipe all the leaves of the orchid. Wiping the leaves allows the solution to directly contact the leaf surface, helping disinfect, remove fungi, and clean dust, making the leaves more breathable and improving photosynthesis. If you want to learn the secret to caring for Phalaenopsis orchids, make sure to watch this video carefully until the end. Your orchids will become strong, grow new roots, and bloom vibrantly all year round. The remaining solution can also be used to care for other orchids in your garden. This solution helps keep plants green, increases resistance, and supports healthier recovery. You can apply this method periodically about twice a month to maintain the health and stable growth of your orchids. Next, use garden lime. I will use about 1 teaspoon of garden lime, then mix it with 2 liters of clean water and stir well until dissolved. Lime water helps disinfect, eliminate fungi and bacteria, and neutralize the growing medium, creating a safer environment for the orchid roots. Then, I soak moss and pine bark in this lime solution before using them as the growing medium. This step ensures the medium is clean, has fewer pathogens, and is more suitable for plants in the recovery stage, helping them grow steadily and reducing root rot. After about 15 minutes, I take out all the moss and pine bark, let them drain, and proceed to repot the orchid. In addition to the English voice, we have now created dubbed voices in French, German, Italian, Spanish, Portuguese, Japanese, Hindi, and Indonesian to help you understand the content more easily. Listen in your preferred language by opening the video and clicking on Settings, the gear icon, to select the appropriate audio language. Next, I use a transparent plastic pot. This type of pot allows you to easily observe the root condition and moisture level inside, making care much more convenient. First, I place a layer of airy foam at the bottom of the pot to improve drainage and ventilation. Then, I add a layer of pine bark on top to create a breathable cushion for the roots. Next, place the orchid in the center of the pot, adjusting it so that the base just touches the pot surface and is not buried too deeply to avoid water accumulation that can cause rot. Then I add more pine bark around the roots, gently pressing it into the gaps to help the plant stand firmly without damaging the roots. You should work slowly and gently, avoiding compressing the medium too tightly so the roots have enough space to breathe and grow healthily. Which country are you watching this video from? It's wonderful that we can connect with each other from all over the world. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please hit the subscribe button to support me and not miss any orchid care tips. To help the plant stand firmly and develop more steadily, use a small metal or bamboo stake and insert it close to the base of the orchid. Then, use a soft tie to gently secure the base of the plant to the stake, avoiding tying too tightly to prevent damage to the stem or roots. This method helps the plant maintain an upright position and prevents it from leaning or falling over, while new roots are forming and anchoring into the medium. Finally, cover the surface of the pot with a thin layer of moss. This moss layer helps retain moisture in the medium, reduces rapid evaporation, and creates a soft, airy environment for young roots to develop. However, only use a very thin layer and avoid covering the entire pot surface, as this can suffocate the roots, reduce oxygen, and easily cause rot. That completes the repotting of an orchid after it has finished blooming. Place the plant in a cool, well-ventilated area with gentle light, avoid direct sunlight, and do not water for the first 3 days to allow the plant time to stabilize and adapt to the new environment. After 3 days, you can water the plant as usual, about twice a day in the early morning and late afternoon. Note: when watering, avoid pouring water directly onto the base or letting water sit in the leaf joints for too long, as this can cause base rot or fungal diseases. Result after 3 weeks. After 3 weeks, your orchid will have stabilized and started to develop new roots. This proves that the plant has adapted well to the new environment and is recovering very effectively. The leaves also become greener, stronger, and show clear development, indicating that the plant is absorbing nutrients well and regaining vitality. After some more time, when the plant is fully stable and healthy, flower spikes will gradually appear and bloom again, bringing you vibrant and lively orchid pots. What do you think about this orchid care method? If you find the video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the Wonder Garden channel to support me.